So he won't give you something you can't carry, but he didn't give you that. And here you are trying to carry it. Here I am trying to carry it. He didn't give me, he didn't give me growing the church, right? That's his job.
Yeah. Right.
It's his job to grow the church. It's my job to be faithful steward of the people in front of me. It's my job to be a faithful steward with my neighbor. It's my job. So I'm carrying things he didn't give me, and I wonder why I keep burning out. I keep stressing out. I keep having a nervous breakdown. Well, God's like, yeah, I mean, I didn't tell you to carry that. And like, I don't want you to carry that. I'll carry that. Let me carry that. And that's the ultimate level of trust, right? To let someone else carry something that's precious to you, right? When you let someone, Amanda, carry your babies, you're saying, I trust you. When you let them babysit your baby, you're saying, I trust you. When you go on a vacation, they watch them for 3 days, you're like, I really trust you. And you're even setting up things, checking in. But the moment you can just not call and not check in, it shows that you trust them and that they've walked that out with health. And so how come we don't trust God like that?
Wow.
How come we don't trust him with our kids, with our relationships, with our, but yeah, we can trust a babysitter that's 15, like, okay, we if there's anyone to not trust, it's that, right? Make sure you put cameras in your house, whatever. But if that makes sense, right? Like, we got to tell ourselves. So here she is, she shows, God, I give this to you, and I have faith you're going to do it. So giving it putting it in the right hands and watering it with faith, right? Prayer and faith are the two ingredients for a miracle. And so what man couldn't do, we're about to see that God does. And not only does he do it, he does it way better than any man could have ever dreamed for it to be. So early the next morning, they went and arose and worshiped before the Lord, and they went back to their home at Ramah. Elkanah lay with Hannah, his wife, and the Lord remembered her.
Wow.
Look at that. How good is that? The Lord remembered her. See, everybody else forgot about her, but the Lord never forgot. The Lord remembered her. So in the course of time, Hannah conceived and gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel. What book are we reading from? Samuel. The book of Samuel is here. 2 books of Samuel, because a person who couldn't have gave what they couldn't have to God and said, God, if you give me, I'll give it all to you. And so here's the story. Here's the book of Samuel about Samuel's birth. She named him Samuel, saying, because I asked the Lord for him. When the man Elkanah went up with his family to offer an annual sacrifice to the Lord to fulfill his vow, Hannah did not go. She said to her husband, I'm not ready yet. In other words, right? I'm not ready yet. Thank you, God, for this blessing. I'm not ready to do what I promised you I would do, right? She promised God, if you give him to me, he'll live here. I'll put him here every day of his life. No razor. God, the gift you gave me is so good. I'm not ready to let go. Isn't it awesome that we serve a gracious God?
Yeah.
Because God doesn't reprimand her for this. He doesn't get angry with her. No lightning bolts hit her. Samuel doesn't die. He just has grace. And she says, I'm not ready yet. Let me make another deal with you, God. After the boy is weaned, then I'll take him up and present him before the Lord, and he will be there. He will live there always. And so she reminds God, I know I promised you this, but God, could you bear with me? I waited so long to have this child, and I need this moment. And then her husband, good husband, by the way, do whatever seems best to you. Sometimes that's the best way to lead as a husband. Hey, honey, whatever you need to do. I mean, he's not trying to fix it. He stopped trying to fix it. He stopped trying to tell her, this is how you need to do it. He just said, hey, I haven't walked through that. Whatever you need to do. Whatever you need to do, he told her. Elkanah, her husband, told her, stay here until you have weaned him. Only may the Lord make good his word. So the woman stayed home and nursed him until he had a wean.